are weaker feats anyway, right? Like,
I don't know.
Well,
Advantage on con saves is pretty good.
not Warcaster, not Warcaster.
I'm still debating on taking that one because reaction, attack of opportunity, booming blade is terrifying.
Oh yeah, 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 like insane. Yeah, the advantage on concentration checks is really good. Warcaster is just good.
We're live. Welcome to BluePopStream.
Hello! We're talking about some meta stuff. What's up? Welcome back, everyone, to Scourge of the Dragon Sea. What happened last week, guys?
We found a cat. That's honestly about it.
There was a feast. You guys got some benefits of the feast. Mm-hmm. And there were some interactions that happened here and there, I think, or was that 2 weeks ago? Anyway, that happened in the last couple sessions. Mm-hmm. Travel started on the road to Stagborn, and when the party made camp, they found a friend. A little displacer kitten.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey. We have someone in our chat. Brandon, welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello. There will probably be chaos tonight, Brandon. You're welcome. We left our heroes about to settle in for a long rest at camp.
I will go ahead and take first watch if we need it.
Sure. Notably to everyone, just a little meta note. Kai's player is not feeling well and will not be joining us tonight. Otherwise, we are at full complement. So if Buck says he'll take first watch.
As per usual, I'll find a dark corner to settle in on, and I'll just go ahead and roll this.
Rip.
Could you also make me a stealth check just for posterity's sake? You might be hard to see, but there are other ways of detecting you.
Do you want me to roll that with the advantage?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then I'll just do another one.
Yep.
Come on.
Brandon's redeemed the posture check, so I'm just adjusting.
Thank you, Brandon.
Everyone else, feel free to join in.
Oh, I did. All right, cool. Yeah. Let's figure out who's doing what other watches first.
I'll take last watch if we're doing watches.
Watch? Okay. So, usually we've done like 2-hour segments for watches. Ithvik has the first one. Simon has the last. Do the other two of you want to split in the middle?
Sure.
Yep. I'll go third.
Third, okay. So, Ithvik, could I get a wisdom saving throw, my friend?
Hopefully a better one.
He had some decent rolls in there. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me roll a quick. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Your watch passes relatively uneventfully. Notably, you do sort of vaguely feel something nagging at the edge of your consciousness for a little bit, but with a little bit of like focus up on like keeping your perception clear, keeping an eye on what's going on around you. You manage to like push it out of your mind. Yeah, and then Edema, you wake up Edema. Give me a perception check, please.
If I must.
If you're keeping watch, that usually involves some form of perception.
Not if I sleep through it.
I mean,
5 more minutes. 3 hours later.
yeah. 2 seconds here. Cool.
The way when you were saying earlier, the way you like corrected yourself, it almost sounded like you said you feel something at the end of your conch, and I'm like, what?
What?
Mild concern.
Just mild.
Only mild?
Only mild.
Yeah. Honestly, import that one and that one. Cool. Neat.
I'm sorry, what are you importing?
Don't worry about it. This is when he begins to worry about it.
Proceed with worrying.
Ooh, okay. Dama, during your watch, you're probably saying some kind of prayer to yourself about, like, to Thassa, right?
I'll say, geez, I am great.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be the thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess. You are like middle of a little prayer that you're kind of saying to yourself, and you hear a branch snap from the direction of like the edge of the camp. And when you look, you don't have dark vision.
I do not.
The one person who doesn't.
Do you have the fire going?
I'd assume I'd have to. Otherwise, I'm sitting in complete darkness. That doesn't seem very watch-like to me.
Okay.
I mean, you also have the light cantrip.
Right. Yeah, you hear a twig snap at the edge of the clearing, and as you look in that direction, you start to hear whispers in a language you don't know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you don't know this language. And they sound almost... It sounds like one individual is berating another.
You don't say.
Are we about to be attacked by Team Rocket?
Well, I remember my 8th general order is to give the alarm in case of fire or disorder, so I will challenge whoever is in the bushes. Halt! Identify yourself. And I'm gonna draw the No, I have a sword now. Draw the sword.
Sure. You see a kobold sort of like stumble into the edge of the firelight with his hands up. No want fight.
What business do you have here?
And he kind of like looks around either side of him. Just hungry. Meat smell good.
Ooh, you'll have to take that up with the cook then. I'm waking up, Barry.
I just jolt up instinctively. I heard someone say they're hungry.
You see this kobold at the edge of your camp. What is your passive perception?
Mine?
Yes.
Like 11. No, 13. Okay.
Nurture instincts activated.
One moment.
I
Why is
activated my
this
instincts
just
once.
the same? This is the same stat block, but one is listed as elite.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say illegal.
No.
It's an illegal kobold! Get him!
I mean, yeah. Cool. Barry, looking around, you see 2 other kobolds, like kind of like watching from the bushes.
I just say I think we're about to be overrun. As I walk, I assume I'm just like a pot, the leftover pot of stew, and like warily start like pouring, spooning some into a bowl and then reaching for 2 more bowls.
Sure. The one that is that you can see clearly at the edge of the firelight, kind of like still with his hands like not as high up as they had been when Ademo was clearly pointing a sword at him. But he kind of like still has his hands here to show like no threat, and he steps closer, still smelling, like deep breaths to very clearly smell the stew itself.
I like push the bowls like on the ground, like push it over to the other side of the fire where they're standing. And give them space while I go and get my hammer and just like, not hold it threateningly, but
you have it
holding it.
available.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, let me roll something here. I want to roll this one. Cool. This is going to sound weird. But what is your passive persuasion?
11.
11? Okay. Sure. You see the other 2 now come out of the bush, seeing that there's the extra bowls there. They come out of the bushes and look to like kind of pick up the bowls, and like you now have 3 kobolds sitting at your fire, or standing at your fire, like eating stew clumsily with their clawed hands.
3 kobolds in a trench coat.
The trench coat's still in the bushes.
Eating out of the kobolds.
Kobolds.
Oh.
Didn't see that one coming.
Where is it? Here it is.
Oh.
No, not that one. That's there we go. Thank you, Marcus. I was getting there.
It's in the regular. It's the default Discord.
Yeah. And that, so they're sitting there. They seem this looking at them and the way they're eating. This is 1, at the very least, the best food they've had in a long time, and 2, it's been a long time. Yeah.
Sensing a
What
theme.
do you do?
And are we gonna adopt more pets? Is that what this is gonna turn into?
We adopted a cat. Why not some dogs?
You see, one of these kobolds has, in general, kobolds are like kind of have like a reddish skin, is what most of art that we would see, and like within this universe, most people would know of red-skinned kobolds. You see, one of them has like sort of like grimy brown and a couple like green scales, sort of patchwork over his body. Another has it was actually like almost difficult to see him even with your dark vision, but he with very deep like black skin with very shiny, like almost iridescent black scales. And then the first guy you saw, he had he was actually just the run-of-the-mill like reddish, sort of like coppery scales here and there on his skin.
So I suppose I'll stop threatening them with my sword at this point, since it's hard to fight someone when you're stuffing your face. I've been there. And so where is it you come from?
North.
From north. I am writing that down.
Do you not have chefs? North.
North.
Gone from home long time. You
Oh,
get
you-
the sense that Common is definitely not their first language.
Well, I'm positive I don't speak Kobold.
I will take this opportunity to remind you I do speak Draconic.
You're
Are you guys
asleep.
You're
still
asleep.
sleeping?
I didn't want to
Yes.
wake you. I wanted you to get a long rest. You seem tired as fuck.
If I may be Kobold, I don't know how speaking Draconic helps here.
Give me a nature check, anyone.
That's awake, or let's just rouse the party real quick. If you want to be
Yeah.
awake, I'm gonna let you all know there's 3 kobolds chowing down
What's
on
the-
our leftovers. Take that how you will. Go back to sleep or not.
Are they fighting us?
What part of chowing down insinuates that they're fighting?
No,
Well-
not right now.
Well, then I don't know why you had to wake me up.
Yeah, we'll wake you up if it turns into a fight. You can go back to sleep.
Cool.
I rolled a 5.
Edema, you know, you kind of like something you picked up, especially when you got to this area where like dragonkin are more common. Kobolds are very, very minor dragonkin. They are. There's lots of different stories as to how they were created, but one thing is sure. They think that they are small dragons, and they often serve dragons. They speak Draconic.
Oh,
Lovely.
genuinely didn't know that.
This iteration of kobolds, at least.
I've seen tens of hundreds of different ideas on what a
Oh, yeah.
kobold is.
Um,
My brain always defaults to the Secret of Mana 3 version.
Ichi, I'm going to send you a quick picture so that you know exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
This is the default picture for kobolds in the 5th edition monster manual.
Oh, then I completely understand.
Little tiny lizard mans.
I completely understand the minor dragon thing.
Yeah. And like when I say minor, I cannot overstate how insignificant they are.
It literally looks like a dragon and a wolf fucked. Tell me I'm wrong.
Actually, when he said minor, he meant they weren't legal. So if we could tone those jokes back, that would be.
Wow, it really was an illegal kobold.
Oh boy. Oh.
I think we found the episode name.
I'm not against it, but like let's keep our minds open here.
I guess this look would groggily get up and come out to see what's going on. I rolled a 5, and I'm just gonna say it's because I'm fucking tired.
Yeah. There's a couple of lizardy boys sitting in your camp right now. Or a trio, I should say.
And I
Go
just
ahead.
say hi and Draconic. What are you all doing here?
Oh, greetings. We've been gone from home for a very long time, and we were very hungry, and this stew just smelled so good, even as old. Like, it's clearly been sitting out for a little while, but it's still so good now.
Yeah, she is a very good chef.
Who are you?
Imagine walking into someone else's camp and asking who they are.
Eating their food and asking, who are you?
So you come here often, or
My name is Isvuk. This is Adema and Barry. We are just a group of adventurers.
Oh, okay.
Cue Simon snoring loudly.
There's also, just a turtle shell off in another corner.
With our cat.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. He says, oh, okay. I'm Git. this is Fank, and that's Chemo. The one with the like very, very dark black skin and the black scales is the one who seems to be speaking. With the greenish scales is Fank, and Chemo is the one that you saw first. So that's it, Fank, and Chemo.
Oh, so not like the chemotherapy.
No. No. We come here. There's lots. How much should I? He seems to like turn to his companions. Like, they're very nice. Can we tell them? And they kind of all converse back and forth between themselves, seemingly having a discussion about like, what can we tell these nice people? Are they friends? They're feeding us.
I think at this point, the talking has there's been so much talking, and I think Simon's just going to give up on sleeping and wake up and dredge himself over to where everyone else is. What's going on?
The kobolds all kind of like jump a little bit and like freeze mid like dew scoop. We hungry. Thank you for travel. Now he switched back to common. Thank travelers for food.
Oh, okay. If Barry says it's fine, sure.
Look how well they're eating. You're welcome.
Was there a problem with how we ate?
They have made a mess of themselves, by the way.
Oh, so you like messy eaters. Noted.
How else will I know if it's good or not?
In some cultures, it's considered rude to not slurp your noodles.
She is a half-orc.
She's got a point.
What's that supposed to mean?
Wow!
One would assume they'd be messy eaters.
One would assume.
You just said they're eating well, and then it was described that they were eating messily. 1 + 1 is 2.
Dear Thassa. Grant Simon more sensitivity class.
Simon doesn't know a lot of orcs.
I mean, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, you seem to have these 3 kobolds like genuinely enthralled by this cooking, and you get the feeling that if you were to ask them questions, they would answer without hesitation. One of them almost volunteered information that he was clearly told not to tell anyone.
So Simon, having not heard any of this conversation, did they come from Stagborn, or where are they from?
North.
Never bothered to ask. I was
What's north? Stagborn is west from where we're going, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So what's north from here?
North is, that pretty far in that direction you'd get to like the Maw, that like ring of mountain ranges that is home to lots of dragons. You would also know that there are other like small villages here and there, but there isn't a ton of particularly. It's close to like a frontier in the middle, or probably better said, sort of a no man's land.
So if they serve dragons, they wouldn't know anything about the blue dragon that we spoke with in the mausoleum, I assume, or would they know them?
It's always a chance.
That feels like a question you might be able to ask them.
Yeah. So I think Simon's just gonna go, oh, so you guys, well, he'll observe that they look slightly draconic, and basically, and still like groggy and kind of looking at them squint-eyed and out of focus. Like, do you guys? Out of character, I've forgotten the name of the dragon, but Simon's gonna go, do you guys know? And then mention the name of the dragon that we met.
Saharon?
Yeah. Saharon.
The Azure Sky.
Azure Sky.
Dragons are always giving themselves incredibly pompous names.
Yeah.
They kind of like look between themselves, and Chemo sort of pipes up with it. Is he big blue? Yeah.
Yeah.
He dead.
Oh.
Technically, he is. He was resurrected, wasn't he?
He was. We fixed
All
him.
3 of their jaws drop.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You bring dragon back from dead?
Technically, someone else did, but we befriended him.
No, we did it. Yep.
I think you cut him off as Simon goes technically, and then all right.
Okay, sure. And they look between like the 3 of you that were kind of talking there. Oh, can you do again?
That depends.
Simon's gonna look over at you two. You wanted to control the conversation. That's your reply now.
Acer's just sitting in the corner smiling now. Good luck, guys.
Thassa, if there's anything I've learned in our travels together, Thassa can do incredible things.
Oh, we're just gonna
She's
convert
right,
them
you
now.
know. If the stars are in position for a proper tribute, then anything is possible through the glory of Thassa.
Out of character for a moment. The stars, not right. Can't do it.
That is exactly the reference. I'm glad you got that.
Can I
give me
throw
a
a
deception
pebble
check,
at the
Adema.
back of Adema's head real quick?
Either deception or religion. Your call.
Can I give him help action?
Why, thank you.
How are you helping him on this?
I'm just gonna like sidle up to him and just like nod approvingly at the things that he's saying and just make vaguely religious gestures as if I'm like his hype man.
You know what? I'll allow it. Sure.
That is
Like
very
what-
hype, man. Just throwing up gang signs in the back, like, yeah.
I was picturing like whatever the Thassa version of like doing the sign of the cross is.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what that would be.
And then,
I'm just gonna ping a pebble off the back of Adema's head while he's talking.
so just so everyone's aware, after modifiers, the kobold on an insight check rolled a 1, a 6, and a 1.
Sick.
A sandwich.
A divine
So-
sandwich.
They all absolutely believe. What do you need to do? Maybe Git should be more specific. Can you make someone or something that used to be a dragon a dragon?
I've never even heard of such a thing.
That feels like a we should see kind of
How did they-
situation.
Because
Understandable.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, first of all, before we start considering favors and from potential goddesses, how did you all even come to be out here? You said you were traveling for a long time. I'm going to relay that through with because I don't speak Draconic and their comment sucks.
They kind of like whisper between them in Draconic. What's your perception, Ithvuk?
My passive one is 15.
15. Cool. Yeah, you pick up. I'm going to say it sounds like the discussion is a little bit heated back and forth as Emo and Fank both are like, yes, let's tell them why we're here. They're nice. They'll help us. But Git has a little bit more sense. And it's like, we could probably get in trouble for this, seems to be his general thinking. But eventually, Chemo, who I believe I said was the one with the reddish scales, yeah? Anyway, that's who he is now.
Understandable.
He turns and like Git tries to like grab him, but Chemo says, "We here because there were no guards, and then we were sent because this land belongs to masters, but humans and elves and everything take land from masters. Masters want it back."
And they sent
I
you
see.
three out here alone.
He kind of turns back around. Yes.
I'm insight check that.
To take back,
About to say.
like this region, the country, the entire landmass.
9. I believe it.
And remember, Ithvik is the one who speaks Draconic. Masters want land back. Send us to do it. Be very strong. But you nice. You help us. Maybe we help you with something.
So, I'm trying to put this in the most polite way possible, but you are asking us to help you take back this land from our people to give back to your people.
This land's stolen. Was taken from masters.
Is Ithvik relaying this to us?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's not like
Pretty
they're
sure
speaking common now.
right now.
Okay, can we perhaps do a quick huddle?
Yeah, I think it's our turn for a little huddle up.
Sure.
Listen, I'm all for adventure and lying to get things that I need, but are we really about to go talk to potential masters, as in plural dragons, most of which tend to be assholes from what I've heard?
And they want us to unearth our own kind so they can have their land back? Is that what we're being asked?
That's a Temple of Light Thunder. They'll live without it.
That's not the only people that live here, you bloody idiots.
Wait a minute, no, this is totally on brand. Wait a minute, hey. Let's be honest, though. They did say that they stole the land from the dragons to begin with. And from what we've been hearing with the dragon riders and all of this talk about the land, dragons are sort of sacred, are they not?
Can I make a roll to know what I know about dragons, real quick? What would you want that to be?
Roll nature.
Where is that? Oh boy.
Okay. So dragons are, if anything can be said of all dragons, it's that they are pompous and greedy. Or at least almost all dragons. Those can definitely be said.
Hashtag not all dragons.
All dragons have a horde.
Mm-hmm.
What they want in that horde can vary by type of dragon or even each individual dragon. But by and large, dragons like to have a thing that they sort of collect and amass and sit on. This is in no way also a political commentary, I swear.
I was gonna say, this is starting to sound a little. The mention of dragons being greedy makes me wonder about the potential of... Do we have any concrete proof that the land was stolen from the dragons? Maybe this is just a case of the dragon wanting more than it should have?
I was
Give
going
me
to
a
say,
history check.
out of character, I was going to go more. I was trying to lean more into how dragons view the world compared to other species.
Well, that is not great.
Yeah. You're not from Okara.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
not
from
sure
here.
on local history.
Yeah.
You can sort of vaguely remember hearing something about wars being fought between dragons and other sentient races, but you're not sure where battle lines may have been drawn, etc.
Because I, the player, know dragons tend to regard other species and the entire world as belonging to them, but I don't think it's the.
You would know.
Saharan was an asshole.
Actually, you rolled a 2. You might not. I'm trying to think what I've already told you about relevant stuff.
If only we had hours and hours of footage to comb through.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that right now.
I know. Trust me, I know.
When you guys saw what could be dragons dancing far to the north when you were on the ship, what did I tell you about to the north then? Does anyone remember?
Mountains.
Yeah, that was the mall. That's where dragons be.
Sure. Does everyone else want to try a history check as well?
Please save me from my own incompetence. And or bad luck.
Was I cut out on what I was saying a moment ago? I don't know, because I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh, that all dragons tend to view the world as theirs?
Yes, basically. I was rolling it out as a check because I couldn't hear what you said.
And then, Idema, would you like to attempt?
Ow.
You ain't know much about dragons, buddy.
I'm not even from this sea. Like
Barry,
I don't go here.
You don't even go here. I have a lot of emotions. That movie is so good. Barry, you know that there is sort of a loose confederacy of dragons in the north, or somewhere on this side of the sea, where it seems like chromatic dragons have ostensibly put aside their petty disputes between each other. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so I feel like we might need a bit more concrete evidence of the stealing of land before we take a side against our own and similar races in favor of dragons. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're not agreeing to anything yet. We're just talking it over.
Says the guy advocating for us doing this.
Listen, the world needs a bit of change here and there. It's what keeps things interesting and keeps humans, as we know them, innovative.
Oh, please. We all know you just want to deal with that one church for some fun.
It all comes back to Father Eric.
It's the
First
whole
of
deal.
all, if you were paying attention, you would know that my goddess is the goddess of change. It's not always about getting vengeance upon lesser gods. That being said, they are lesser gods, and I would not bat an eye if they died.
Adema, do you have inspiration right now?
Probably, yes, I do.
Damn, I was gonna give you more.
Yo, dog, I heard you like inspiration.
I still have mine, but I didn't want to spend it on the history check.
Fair. Yeah, the kobolds are still like kind of waiting patiently. Their bowls are empty now.
Do you want more?
All three of them, like almost in unison, nod vigorously.
Well, there goes the rest of the stew. I guess we'll be having bread for breakfast.
Oh yeah, rations. My favorite. Oh wait, I can create food, can't I?
I feel like that should have come up sooner.
We had a chef. Why did I need it?
You created, she cooked it.
What the fuck do you need me for?
Create food water
Probably
is a
not as
third
good.
level spell.
Does it create like finished cooked food?
Let me look into the meta, and then we'll proceed the game. I'll come back to you with that information. We'll table that and run it up the ladder. How about that?
Looking at the spell right now. So you create 45 pounds of food and
Jesus.
30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours. The food is bland but nourishing and
I knew
spoils
it.
if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and doesn't go bad.
Okay, so it
Damn.
creates bland food, which Barry
Just
can
like
then
manna.
like season up or something.
It's Archon loaves.
Sprinkle some.
Archon loaves, yeah, totally.
Oh God.
It's the ether
Um,
bread.
Notably, you don't have that prepared.
No, I do not. No. I'm just saying we were sleeping a second ago.
True. But did you complete a long rest? Notably, this hasn't been particularly strenuous yet.
Yeah,
Also valid.
that could,
Anyway, we were
that
saying
could change if they don't
kobold-
hear the answer they were looking for, potentially.
Oh. Well, I personally don't feel like this is anything to do with us anyway. We have our own hands full.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we did them the favor of letting them have our food. Maybe not so much as betray our own kind in favor of some kobolds we just met.
All right. Can we settle on them telling their friends about us? Spread the good word, maybe.
Give them some pamphlets.
You want to spread the word of your goddess, whatever. That's on you, lad.
Tell them that if they gain a high enough standing within the Church of Thassa, they can do whatever they want to revive the dragons.
With only 5 times a day, you too can bring back the revenge of your
Is Thassa becoming the goddess of MLMs?
After 5 years of faithful service.
Hey, I know we were really friends back in goddess school, but
You get to be your
this message finds you well.
you get to be your own boss.
But yeah, Ithric, if you would be so kind as to relay the message to Thassa, or rather the fact that she is the goddess of change and she would be happy to see them, their plans brought to fruition.
They understand common. They will hear what you say.
Do they understand enough common to know someone's talking about like a god who's sort of a
Yes.
theoretical? I'm not sure. They were talking in broken English when I spoke to him, but that's fine.
The goddess of change can change dragons from dead to
Well,
alive.
maybe you can change that.
I'm not sure where you got all this attitude from, but from the man who's been stealing and murdering nonstop out of character, you better fucking hand it up.
I have not stolen since the first town, thank you.
you stole wine from the military.
Again, I have not stolen since the first
That was
town.
the first session, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, it was.
Anyway,
I haven't stolen for like a week.
yup. Anyway.
That's not wrong.
So, you tell them, spread the good word of Thassa, and you'll see him again sometime, perhaps?
Basically, something to that effect.
Okay. Yeah, they quickly scarf down the rest of the stew. Kimo even just takes the bowl and pours it down his mouth, getting it all over his cheeks and jowls and all the way down. Again, just a mess. And then we say, thank you again for kindness. Sasa!
Just for that, I'm gonna throw a gold coin at each one of them for that.
I think that was enough to convert me.
That's just the new greeting.
Oh my god. Holy shit! Tassa!
Yep.
Oh my
Awesome.
god. It's awesome.
Yeah. So that happened.
They each now have a gold coin. I just threw it.
Yeah, you see there's a brief second of like kind of bickering between them about who gets which coin. And then Fank kind of like stands up all excited and like does a little happy dance, and then they all scamper off into the forest again. Or like across the grasslands again. And yeah, it seems it is just you guys in your camp again.
We have learned the emote kobold dance.
Back in the
what time is it?
straight to sleep.
Your watch is like almost done now.
I'm just gonna go back to bed now.
Yep.
Valid.
Sure. As everyone else returns to bed, Barry has next watch, but I do need a wisdom saving throw from Simon.
Okay.
It's the second one tonight.
Alrighty.
Ooh, okie dokie. Simon,
Mm-hmm.
as you get to sleep, you have a visitor of sorts in your dream.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself in a richly appointed office. Do I have? No, I don't have it here. Balls. Yeah, a richly appointed office. A large ebony wood desk sits in front of you with a high-backed chair. You are in a rather comfortable armchair yourself, but it is very clearly not as nice as the chair you are looking at.
Simon is just gonna like adjust in place and like really get the mileage out of this comfy chair.
It even seems to account for your wings.
Ooh.
What's your passive perception?
Probably
Or
low.
would you like to look around?
Yeah, I'll look around. So is
Sure,
that
give me a
perception or investigation?
Perception. Your choice.
If I'm gonna actively look around with investigation.
Sure. Okay.
Nice.
Looking around and investigating things, you see outside the window behind the desk is it's dark, but not the sun is gone dark.
Mm-hmm.
More, there isn't really natural light dark.
Okay.
You remember this from your time in the Shadowfell.
Uh-huh.
As you realize this, you hear a cultured voice call out to you, and the chair in front of you swivels. Oh, call out to you isn't quite right. Simon, it has been some time since we spoke. How go your adventures? You recognize your patron.
Oh shit. As in like the master from the Shadowfell that we fought with before? Yeah. Okay.
Aldrin of Trest.
Alright. Hi. Well, I would say things are going okay. We're making our way. Simon is being careful not to say too many things.
Yes. You are in Okara, correct?
We might be. I'm not terribly good at geography when it comes to the land.
Give me a deception check.
Okay. Ooh. 30-20.
Nice.
Okay. He kind of blinks at you and says, "You recently passed through Elder Pass, correct?"
Right, we did. And I could be wrong, but I think I might have run into someone that you know there. If I understand what I was told correctly.
Did you know?
Yeah, I seem to have vague memories of someone choking me out and uttering some threat at me. You might know something about that?
He kind of frowns a little bit. That doesn't ring any bells.
Can I do an insight check on him?
You absolutely can.
I'm using my inspiration on that.
Sure.
Not much better.
Oh my
Damn it.
God.
I would gladly give mine if I could.
His demeanor doesn't change, doesn't shift.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know anything about it, nothing I can do. I'll just have to keep my eyes open.
There is something of a contract between us, yes?
Yeah, and
You understand the nature of what has gone on between us?
yeah, and I believe we killed the person you told me to kill.
Yes. I have something else to ask of you.
Ask away.
In the area around where you are headed with your companions, there is an artifact. Bring it to me. There's a particular weight he puts on those last few words.
I can hear that, yeah. I think I'll need some details on this artifact.
Yes. It will be well guarded. And probably in some kind of temple. Servants of light will have a vested interest in keeping it safe. I say again, bring it to me.
An artifact kept by servants of light.
Yes.
Well, I'll know what I am looking for unless I happen to find two of those.
That would be unlikely. Now, should you require some assistance in this matter, speak to one of my associates in your plane. She commands the Hitairoi in one of the little towns there.
Oh,
He kind
yeah.
of like waves a hand as if knowing the specific geography is beneath him.
Yeah. Simon's not going to verbally reply, but those were the people we ran into on the path last session, yeah?
Yes, with the silver dragon head on one pauldron, yes.
Okay, noted. Simon just nods.
If you complete this task, you will be well rewarded. He waves a hand and a locket appears. This should look familiar to you. He shows it to you. It was one of your mother's.
Simon does not verbally reply, just notes and observes.
I'm going to ask for a deception check, not because you're saying anything, but I imagine there's some effort in holding back an emotional response, correct?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ooh.
I think in because of that he would see Simon's like feathers ruffling. Like he's trying to hold still, but
your face is still, but yeah, your wings are kind of quivering a little bit.
Yeah. He gets what he needs to know.
Yeah. This complete. If you bring me what I want, this will be yours, and I trust you. I assure you, it is worth it.
Understood.
Are we understood?
Understood.
He pulls out a piece of parchment from one of the drawers of the desk, sets it on the table, snaps a finger, and you see very elegant script very rapidly fills it. You recognize it as some kind of contract, and then he turns it to you and offers you a quill.
While
Please.
Simon reaches for the quill, I want him to actively look through this contract and see if he can, not like taking slow enough time to be noticed doing it, but like see if he can, through a cursory, very quick look through the contract, notice anything that might be of concern in it.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. That's better.
That is quite good. You see, so in at least my experience with like legal jargon and contracts, usually in the preamble it identifies like the how certain things will be referred to in the rest of the document. You see there is patron, his name, or no, Aldrim of Trest, known as the patron. Simon Theodore, known as the what word? Follower? No.
Client?
Something along those lines. Will find the light seal.
Okay.
Herein referred to as the seal.
Is there anything I noticed with regards to what would happen if I don't deliver it?
You don't see anything specific listed here. You do know that your established deal, while it may not have specific terms listed out anywhere, it does seem to have like your soul somewhere in the balance.
Yeah. But nothing specific extra in addition to what's already in place.
Correct.
All right, well, Simon will sign it for now.
Very well. I suppose I will see you soon. And he waves a hand, and your sleep continues. You are no longer in the room. You are in whatever you would be dreaming of normally.
Fun.
Actually, you're probably being aroused. Barry, it is your watch. Give me a perception check, please. Ooh.
You discover a second group of kobolds.
Yeah, you... Okay. Your watch passes without particular event, as far as you are aware. When it seems approximate time, the moon starts to get kind of low in the sky. You rouse Simon from his sleep.
Wow, did I have a bad dream? Oh, and there's a hydrate in the chat, so...
You there, Kay?
Yes.
What was that dream about, lady?
Just old arrangements. Nothing specific yet. Nothing you need to worry about quite yet.
That implies that we'll have to worry about it eventually.
Iswick will pause for like half a second at that and then just go back to doing what he was doing.
Were you awake this whole time? I think only Barry would have been awake after everyone went back to sleep.
No, you said old arrangements to the only other warlock in the party.
Again, are you awake at this point?
Yes.
You stayed awake?
Why?
Why not?
Well, we can talk about it later. The short version is I was contacted again by my patron. We can talk about that later in the morning.
Sorry, the guy again. Sorry to keep bringing this up. The guy that kidnapped my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into it because I didn't want to potentially
Barry,
ruin
you
your
will
sleep.
remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So
yeah.
do
Simon.
my watch perception.
Yeah. You might be a bit preoccupied.
Yeah, I'm just distracted.
Yeah. Yeah. You.
I completely missed the third group of kobolds sidling by.
This area's just chock full of them, apparently.
The dragons sent out several different parties of kobolds, each telling them that they were solely responsible for taking back the land.
Different dragons,
Yeah.
different goals. Yeah, your watch passes reasonably uneventful, like without anything that catches your particular notice.
Cool.
The sun begins to rise. You start making movements to pack up your camp, get your horses ready to continue your journey. Things like that.
Yeah, so once everyone's up and around, I basically relay that my patron contacted me in my dreams and asked me to find an artifact that's apparently being guarded by servants of light. It wasn't super specific, but I happened to catch the words light seal on the paper.
And you're gonna do it.
Well, unfortunately, I'm still in the middle of this arrangement where if I don't do what he says, my soul is kind of, up there in the air, as it were.
So this obviously confirms what we were talking about last time about the prophecy with the seal is breaking. La-di-da, flood of shadow.
Yeah.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, end of the world.
I find that a little hard to believe. World's been spinning as long as it can. I find it a little, no offense, Simon, but for you to be instrumental in the end of the world, well, I've been around the ocean a few times, but that would be new to me.
I'm not saying that we're absolutely gonna 100% do what we're being asked to. I'm just letting you know what happened while I was in a state of my options with regards to disagreeing were not plentiful.
So sorry, did you tell us that you signed a contract? Did you sign a contract? Did that happen?
I did say paper, so I think Simon would. Yeah. I was kind of in a position to sign a contract, and I was kind of terrified of what would happen if I didn't. So, worst comes to worst, could be a self-sacrifice play, but we'll see what happens when we come to it.
I mean, we can hardly blame him. His soul was on the line. And from what I know of his patron, he's kind of an asshole. I wouldn't want him to have my soul either.
He's not the nicest guy.
Oh, is he listening?
Could be, I don't know.
If look, you take a level of exhaustion.
Alrighty.
Was that from the joke?
No. No, just he was awake all night, so I had to stay awake, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But like I said, it's not our main focus. Keep an eye out for it. If we happen across it, we can make a decision then.
If we happen to cross the light seal. Okay.
You know,
Should
if it happens.
Knowing us, probably.
Probably, but you know, let's focus on the prince first. Do the thing we were sent out so long ago to do.
Now that sounds like a plan.
As much as we keep getting pushed and pulled in other directions, Simon's mind is always ever on the mission.
I'll be honest, I forget every single week.
It's the only thing I do remember. Like, we're supposed to find a prince. I forget literally everything else.
There's a lot going on right now behind the scenes. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Perfectly.
So yeah, let's finish putting camp away and continue on our road to Stagborn.
Yeah. Sure. One quick moment here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stagborn, the place that exists.
We assume, we don't know yet.
The map is in the process of being made.
There it is. You are a greater man than me. I'll just be like, all right, guys, we're calling it.
When I say in the process of being made, I mean like it's on Incarnate. I haven't like downloaded it and converted it into everything on here.
Good.
Get there another time.
I was about to say it seems like
half
this
a day of travel.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I was gonna say it was unclear if this was a question of it'll be done in a minute or it'll be done next session.
Next session.
Okay.
That's how I tell my boss every time.
Pause. Compiling. Just had to finish, telling secrets to certain players.
On the road we pave.
Yeah, on the trail we blaze.
That's it.
Oh, God, that movie's so good.
What's the movie?
Road to El Dorado.
Road to El Dorado, buddy.
That's what
really?
That's what you were referencing earlier.
Yeah.
That's why.
Wow, I don't remember that part at all.
It's so fucking funny because earlier today I saw someone do like a piece of custom art where instead of Julio and Miguel, it's fucking Aaron and Dan from Game Grumps, and it fits disgustingly well.
It really does, and that's a shame.
We can't play this music, or else we will absolutely get struck for this episode. And we don't want to do that. We can't sing it anymore.
Less than 7 seconds.
But
what if they're broken
we
up?
already referenced like 10 seconds worth of the movie.
As long as it's not direct audio.
Imagine not being able to reference something. All the reviewers would just lose their minds.
They would shrivel up and die.
Sure. So you pack up your camp, get your horses hooked to the wagon, and continue your travel on into Stagborn. Sure. Could I get a D100 roll from Barry?
Give him the old 1-2, Barry.
Close, 2-4.
All right, you guys can keep heading on the road. Probably an hour into your day.
We're on the road to Stagborn City.
I need what? Is everyone on the cart? Is anyone walking? Anyone?
I mean, I'm driving.
You're driving the cart, yes. I know that much.
I'm on the cart.
Yeah,
Are you trying?
cart.
Okay.
Who needs cardio?
The tank. Sounded like you said cardia.
Okay, so you're all on the cart in some way. Sure. What are a horse's stats?
Horse.
Do you know if I give you riding horses or draft horses?
I think you said draft horses.
Cool. Open importer real quick.
These horses are not finished. They're only a draft.
I hate you so much right now. Like, as someone who grew up with horses, that offends me on a very visceral level.
I'm so sorry.
Ugh. Okay.
It's
Your
fine
horse
as
has a
long as you look at
+0
it
to
from the
this
side.
roll. Your horses have a +0 to this roll, but because there's 2 of them, they have advantage.
Noise.
One horse is giving the other the help action. Somehow.
Net 20. Cool.
Nice.
What a horse.
Of course.
Yeah. You feel the horses stop very suddenly, and a split second later, the road in front of you falls away as there was a pitfall trap.
Oh, shit.
Was anyone taking looks around them at all?
I
I would've been
usually
looking-
am when we're on the travels.
I would have been looking forward as I'm driving.
Yeah. Ithvuk, give me perception check. Oh, sorry, with disadvantage because you have a level of exhaustion.
Damn it. Don't get a mythic. Give me a 1-2. You got it again, boy.
Oh,
Atta
wow.
boy.
What a waste.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, Ithvuk, you see in one of the trees
More kobolds.
you joke, but
Oh, fuck.
you see a pair of leathery wings sticking out out off of a branch but you don't see the body that they're attached to.
They'll never see us in here.
Can I use minor illusion to make a literal arrow pointing directly at and say, "Hey guys, there's something over."
In Draconic Ithvuk, you hear, "Hammer's blown, go!"
The arrow's just going boom, boom, boom.
And you see 5 kobolds leap out of the grass either side of the road, and 2 jump out of this tree that you saw wings sprout from, and flap there in the air. Winged kobolds. And we will deal with this combat next week.
Oh, shit. They're angry that we didn't help uproot our own kind.
Oh man.
Notably, you don't see Git, Fank, or Chemo.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And yeah, we will deal with this combat next week.
Alrighty.
Very well.
Yeah, you guys learned some information. Got a new optional side quest that for someone doesn't feel optional. And yeah, Barry, what was your favorite part of the session?
It's gotta be Thassa.
I feel like that's the new episode title, by the way.
No, I don't want to spoil that. The name of the episode is Illegal Kobolds.
Yep. Sounds good. Simon.
Yeah, it's definitely Thassa.
Is it the same for the rest of you?
It is for me.
I was gonna say I was pretty fond of when Ithvik was like, "Oh yeah, I'll roll perceptions like with disadvantage," and it was like, "Not 20 bits." I was like, "God damn!" Even his dice are petty.
Fair enough.
Rolls a net 20 that gets immediately discarded.
2 at 20 though, so that's still fire.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of Scourge of the Dragon Sea. tune in next week to see what happens with these kobolds, and then after as well.
Maybe.
Yeah. Itchy, take us away.
All right. Well, I'm gonna raid people over to Snowy Book, who's playing some Mario Kart. The last bit of DLC recently came out, so they're probably playing some of the new tracks. But
That's exciting.
yeah, thanks to everyone. Make sure you follow our channels, Ixie Studios, on both Twitch and YouTube. You can watch us live and see the VODs as they go up.
That's
That's